December is a surprisingly quiet month, but that doesn't mean it's without any game releases worth looking into. As always, I'm going to give you some suggestions on games that I think you should buy this month. So let's just get straight into it with the very long awaited Metroid Prime sequel, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. With a release date of the 4th of December on the Switch and Switch 2, Metroid Prime 4 finally becomes playable after, I think, 8 years since the teaser trailer released, which is just insane. Of course, one of Nintendo's most famous franchises, it's always a welcome sight to see a new Metroid. I loved Metroid Dread when it came out a couple years ago, and, it's always nice to see this franchise grow. The Prime series is a bit different to traditional Metroid games, with a clear emphasis on 3D first-person action rather than the side-scrolling dungeon crawling that we're used to. So if you've never played a Metroid game but love first-person shooters, the Prime games are a great place to start. Whether it's with the remaster of the first Metroid Prime game, which came out about a year ago at this point, or jumping straight in at 4. You're sure to have a great time overall. The Switch 2 version of this game also allows players to use the, thus far, underutilized mouse Joy-Con feature. I know, everyone forgot about that one, didn't they? So you can jump into the boots of Samus Aran in a variety of different ways this time. From puzzle solving, fun combat, and interesting boss fights. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond has it all this December. Now let's just get into one for the JRPG fans out there, and that is Octopath Traveler 0. The Octopath series is one of the most visually stunning games I've ever seen from an art perspective. It's not focused on realism, instead adapting a HD 2D style similar to titles such as Final Fantasy and Chrono Trigger in parts, and making it their own. Octopath Traveler 0 is a prequel and features the same break and boost battle system and turn-based combat that we're used to. However, this time there are over 30 recruitable party members and an expansion of up to, I believe, 8 characters for parties, which obviously that's against the norm. The game also has some new town building and farming features not present in other entries, making it stand out in the crowd. The story is described as a journey of restoration, and that's clearly shown in its newly added features. Octopath Traveler 0 will also be releasing on the 4th of December, but this time for PS5, Xbox Series consoles, and the Switch and Switch 2. I honestly struggled to pick a third game this month. Not because there aren't many games out there, or there aren't any good titles to offer, but just because I haven't seen enough from any of the upcoming releases. Like I said, it's been quite a quiet December, and a lot of the games announced here just weren't advertised. I don't know, I haven't seen half of them to really gauge anything here. But just because I haven't seen enough from any of the upcoming releases doesn't mean there isn't a surprise hit here or there. So I'm just gonna go for one, and that is Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Capitalizing on a big IP with Marvel and building on the foundations of its spiritual predecessor, which is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. I know that was hugely popular. I'm not that big on these types of games, but it does look cool. Of course, there's a history with beat 'em ups that people just love, and if it's anything like Shredder's Revenge from what I saw when that came out, this could be a treat for a lot of people. You get to play as characters such as Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, Wolverine, Venom, Black Panther, and many more. There's about 15 characters I think I saw, which is great. This game promises to be one of the best beat-em-ups of 2025 and maybe of the past decade. I'm not sure, maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves there, but it's certainly very interesting. The game can be played solo or with up to 4 friends, similar to Shredder's Revenge and other cooperative games like that. And it also releases on the 1st of December. I know I usually do these in release order, but no, this one releases on the 1st of December for pretty much every console imaginable. So yes, pick it up, play with your friends. Even if you're on, I don't know, Xbox and they're on PlayStation, it's cross-platform apparently, so jump right in. As we wrap up the year, let me know what your favourite games were in 2025, as well as which games you'll be picking up in December. I know my favourite games of 2025, Expedition 33, I've made no secret of that, Death Stranding 2, Dispatch. Dispatch was amazing. I know, I did the Game of the Year video before Dispatch really fully released. What a game. I love episodic games. I'm a big fan of The Walking Dead's, Tales from the Borderlands, The Wolf Among Us, so that was right up my alley, and it seems everyone loved it, so can't wait to see more from that. But let me know what your favourite games were, anything, and I can't wait to see what happens in the new year. So don't forget to like and subscribe while you do, and I'll see you next time.